Scheduled backups are not running or missed backup. This video offers guidelines on how to troubleshoot for missed scheduled backup. Computer shut down or hibernated. Was the affected computer switched off, hibernated, or in standby mode? Check if the affected computer was switched off, hibernated, or in standby mode when the scheduled backup is due to run. For example, the computer is shut down after office hours, but the backup schedule is configured to a time after office hours. Patch the AhsayCBS server and AhsayOBM or AhsayACB client application to the latest stable release. Are you using the latest version of AhsayOBM or AhsayACB? Ensure that the AhsayCBS server and the AhsayOBM or AhsayACB client application are running on the latest stable release. Rule out issues that are already resolved. Refer to the following article for instructions on how to patch the server and client application. Click the links in the video description for the article for how to install the latest patch set on AhsayCBS and how to install the latest patch set for AhsayOBM or AhsayACB. Ahsay Online Backup Manager Services. Was the Ahsay Online Backup Manager Services started? Ensure that the Ahsay Online Backup Manager service are started or can be started properly. Check if the scheduler service is running by inspecting the client-side scheduler debug log. Refer to the following article for the location of the scheduler debug logs. Click the link in the video description for the article named "Where are the backup client application logs stored at?" The scheduler debug log contains every details for the scheduler service if the schedule is running properly. The log will contain entries similar to the following example. If no log entry is written to the debug log, try to restart the service with the following procedure. For client installation on Windows, in Control Panel, go to Administrative Tools, then search for Services, and Ahsay Online Backup Manager Services. For client installation on Linux, enter the following command. For client installation on Mac OS X 10.7 to 10.9, enter the following command in Terminal. For client installation on Mac OS X 10.10 or above, enter the following command in Terminal. Run scheduled backup on this computer setting. Was the backup scheduled setting configured properly? Ensure that the Run scheduled backup for this backup setting is enabled on the corresponding client computer. Log into the AhsayOBM user interface. Select Backup Sets, then the corresponding backup set and backup schedule to confirm. Backup scheduled for incorrect computer. Is the schedule configured for another computer? Check on the AhsayCBS web console to determine if the schedule is configured for the correct client computer. In the scheduler debug log, check if entries similar to the following can be found. For each backup set, the scheduler service will verify if the computer name of the machine where the scheduler service is running is the same as the computer name specified in the backup set setting. If the computer name of the client computer had changed, the scheduled backup will be skipped by the scheduler service because of the mismatch. To resolve the issue, ensure that the scheduled backups on the corresponding machine are configured properly. Make sure that the correct computer name has been set in the AhsayCBS web console for the relevant backup set. Go to Users, Groups, and Policies, Backup User, then the username, Backup Set, then click on the backup schedule. Time zone setting. Is the time zone setting configured properly? Ensure that the time zone setting of the corresponding backup account is correctly configured. In some cases, a missed backup job alert is received for a backup job that was actually performed at the scheduled time but at an incorrect time. For these cases, check if the time zone setting of the corresponding backup account is correctly set up. Log into the AhsayCBS web console. Go to Users, Groups, and Policies, Backup User, the username, User Profile, then General, and check on the time zone setting. Operating System Profile. Is the scheduler service looking at the correct operating system account profile? Check if the home.txt has been populated correctly. The home.txt is located at the AhsayOBM or AhsayACB installation folder. Except for installation on Windows, the home.txt file is located at the following: Drive C, Program Data, AhsayOBM, and the home.txt. Within the file, you should see at least one entry pointing to a .obm or .acb directory that is accessible by the local scheduler service. For example, Drive C, Users, Administrator, and .obm. Modify the home.txt file by adding the directory path to the .obm folder if the file is empty. AhsayOBM installation on Linux. Did you run the runconfigurator.sh script on the affected client computer? For AhsayOBM installation on Linux, you must configure the client login setting by running the runconfigurator.sh script at least once. AhsayOBM or AhsayACB installation on Mac OS X 10.7 to 10.9. For AhsayOBM or AhsayACB installation on Mac OS X, is the hostname of the affected client computer constantly changing due to different DHCP server assignment? For example, user who travel often with MacBook. To resolve the issue, refer to the following steps. Enter the following command in terminal. Edit the file by adding the following entry to the hostconfig file. Then, restart the computer. Once the computer is restarted, check on the scheduler debug log to confirm if the correct hostname is picked up by the scheduler service. Java heap size setting. Did the client application run out of memory? Ensure that there are sufficient free memory available on the client computer for the backup to begin. Check if entries similar to the following example can be found at the scheduler debug log. Increase the memory allocation setting with the instructions provided in the following article. Click the link in the video description for the article named How Do I Modify the Java Heap Size Setting of AhsayOBM or AhsayACB? Backup client installation on guest virtual machine hosted by VMware Fusion. Is the mirrored folders option enabled? Check if mirrored folders is enabled for desktop. In some cases, scheduled backup may not run with this option enabled. Please disable the option to resolve the issue. Remember, we would just like to clarify that missed backup may not necessarily be a software problem. End users may have their PC or server switched off, hibernated, or in standby mode when the schedule is due to run, or the network can be unavailable or being cut off during the scheduled backup time. We have also seen cases where the system clocks of the client machine and that of AhsayCBS are off.